Know how I actually prayed to basically take away my Chattanooga turn? That actually happened. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Traveling Gun. My name is Thomas. This is the first trip of April. I've been off for the last 5 days. Also, April is Autism Awareness Month. And for those who don't know, my son is autistic and is on the spectrum. Today is, I wouldn't say it's unproductive, but it is because I have 3 legs, but I have sits in between each leg, 2 hours long at that. So I do a Huntsville turn and then I end up in Oklahoma City tonight. So, and also I end up going international on the 3rd day of this trip. And I was explaining a little bit about some of the things that we have to, well, we can and cannot bring into other countries when we go international. So I do have an international layover in Montreal, or better yet, it's Montreal. So I'm waiting on my flying partner to get here to see where she wants to work. I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to Oklahoma City. I've made it here to Oklahoma City, and today was very uneventful with the exception of the delay. So basically what happened was the plane that came in, because I was sitting, the engine needed a jump start because they said they've been on it. So basically what happens is we have a machine that jump starts the engine. So we're boarding everybody, you know, everything is boarded up. It's really warm on the plane because the pilots can't start. There's no APU, so the pilots can't start the AC running until we get that one engine jump start. So we've closed the door and everything like that. So now we're getting paid because the door is closed, the brake is released, and they're trying to jump start the engine, and the machine didn't work. So they kept trying for about a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then it was to the point of we just did a gate return, went back to the gate. Luckily for us, somebody was being proactive and went ahead and called a mechanic who happened to be in the area. He fixed the machine and it basically jump started our engine. We only were delayed like maybe an hour and a half, if that. But it ended up cutting my sit time down to probably like 55-ish minutes to come here to Oklahoma City. So it is what it is. It's part of the day. It's part of everything that goes on. You know, it happens. But I need for the company to stop playing. It's getting hot and we don't need any planes with no APU, and they can't hook up the air to cool off the plane because I don't care what nobody say. It gets extremely hot in a plane with no AC blowing, especially even when it was mild. It wasn't even really hot. It was like 75, but yet the inside of the plane was like 90 something degrees. So I'm speaking into existence this summer. I will have planes that have APUs working and AC blowing. So, but other than that, I'm gonna go try to work out because I have a 11 a.m. show. I would get up for breakfast. I'm not for sure. I'm gonna set my alarm and see how I feel. And if I'm not hungry enough, I'll just sleep through breakfast and just get up at a normal time to get ready and go to the van. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 2 and I only have 2 legs today. I actually got up and I did go get breakfast. I actually had an omelet. They make omelets here. So I had an omelet and grabbed some fruit for later on. So if you don't eat breakfast a lot like I do, I tend to grab fruit or something, or keep the breakfast bag that they usually give us, because most hotels do give you breakfast bags. So I just kind of keep that to, you know, snack on throughout the day until I get to my hotel. So I only have 2 legs today. I go from Oklahoma City to Atlanta, then I go to Birmingham, and I'm done today by like 3 or 4 this afternoon. And I'm gonna see my kids today once they get out of school in Birmingham. It's not a surprise because I told them last week when they was here with me for their spring break that I was gonna be there. Maybe I should have not told them so to give the element of surprise. So, but I'll see them a little bit later on today. And it's gonna be limited option. Maybe we'll just have dinner or something today with them and we could just sit and talk. But I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to Birmingham. Good evening, everybody. I made it here to Birmingham, just my 2 legs for the day, and I'm done. Today, we had some issues, a little bit of issues. So, on my flight from Oklahoma to Atlanta, so we boarded everybody, no problem, fine, everything went smooth. As soon as we get to do our demo, we're getting ready to taxi back, some lady jumps up and just goes to the bathroom, didn't even check to say, hey, can I go to the bathroom? She just got up, so I had to run to the front to get my flying partner's attention and let her know, hey, call the pilots, let them know if somebody just jumped up to go to the bathroom. Then she was taking forever, so my flying partner, you know, I told her to just go knock on the door, see if there's everything wrong because it's a woman and I'm not finna do that. So she said that the lady told her I can't control my bladder or whatever like that, so we, fine, no problem. As we're taking off, and if you don't know, if a plane sits for a while and the AC is blowing, condensation builds up, you know, behind the bins, so there might be a little bit of dripping of water. So as we're taking off, a lady probably about 3 rows in front of me where I was sitting in the jump seat, she noticed that there's a little bit of water, but it wasn't dripping yet. So what she does, she decides to take her fingernail and starts playing with it, poking the little seal. And then all of a sudden she pokes the seal and then guess what? Water starts to fall down. Now she looks at me while we're still going up in the air, taking off to go get her a napkin. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, it was not even dripping. It wasn't even bothering you, but you decided to poke your fingernail up there to get it started. But other than that, that was it. That was all it is. It started raining here in Birmingham. This is my view. It is raining, so I won't be walking anywhere. But this right here is the new stadium for my school, which is UAB. This is a long time coming. Like, when I say a long time coming, it's a long time coming. Like, it's a long time coming. I'm glad that they're getting it done. Waiting for my kids to get out of school, so I'm gonna go work out until they get out of school. See if we can get something to eat, because down below us is like a little food area, because this was originally supposed to be like an entertainment district and a whole bunch of entertainment with bars and food places and, you know, live music. So it's a lot of stuff that's why this place was built. I was here when it first built and what it was originally supposed to be. So I'm going to do that. Tomorrow is an early report. I have a 5:20 report time, so I have to get up a little bit earlier. So I'll see you guys a little bit later on, which will be tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 3 of 5, and I have 2 legs today. I go from Birmingham to Detroit, Detroit to Montreal, or Montreal as they would say it there. This will be my first time going there in probably over a year and a half, because I used to avoid it a lot, because what will happen is they will always give it to you on like go home day, or you will go there and you have to have a 3.5 hour sit in the terminal. And that's probably why I always avoided it in almost a year and a half. So, but it shouldn't be that bad this time, since I'm going from Detroit and then I have to work it from Montreal to Atlanta on day 4. So it shouldn't be that bad. But I'm gonna get ready and go down to the van. I'm gonna try to show you all how long it takes to get from our plane, go through customs, and then to the hotel, because it is a long walk. So I'll see you guys a little bit later on today once I get to Montreal. Good afternoon. So I made it here to Montreal. So as you can see that the walk is pretty long. After I got my declaration, I stopped filming because there's no filming beyond that point. They don't want any filming beyond that point, but it was still another, probably about a 5-10 minute walk before we were able to even get to the front out of customs. And one thing about it, a lot of people hate coming here, especially when you have sits, because if you have it more than an hour, you have to get off the plane and go out and go through customs all over again and then start it all over. So, and also there's certain things that you can and cannot bring into the country. I'm not for sure all of them, so don't hold me accountable for it. Like I know, like, I think it's eggs or raw eggs or even cooked eggs. I'm not for sure. Certain foods, if you have a fruit and it doesn't have like the little tag or sticker that comes on originally, they make you throw that out for whatever reason. I don't know. I've heard people say that. I've never had an issue with that. And there's a list of things when you do the declaration. It asks you, did you bring any certain things you can hit yes or no, yada, 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 like that. But that's just, it is what it is. Today was very uneventful. I think coming from Detroit to here was 9 passengers, and that's really it. We can't leave the hotel. Well, we can leave the hotel, but the hotel said, which I didn't like the wording of it. I asked them, I said, hey, can we go into the city? And they was like, well, yes, we're supposed to tell you that you're not supposed to leave the hotel, but you can leave at your own risk. The malls are open, but there's a curfew at 9:30. I didn't like the sound of that, like that you can leave at your own risk. But other than that, that is all. I have to be at the airport by 6:45 in the morning. So in the gym, oh yeah, that's another thing. The gym is not open because they had an outbreak of COVID because from the gyms. So all gyms are closed. So no gyms, the pool is closed. Nothing is really open basically here. So I'm gonna make the best of it and do certain things. But other than that, I'll see you guys a little bit later on or in the morning. Today is day 4 of 5 and have 2 legs today. I go from Montreal to Atlanta, then Atlanta to Fayetteville, which I have an hour and a half sit. This flight from Montreal to Atlanta is blocked out at 3 hours. Hopefully we'll probably do it in 2.5, depending on if it's no headwinds. So I'm hoping there's a tailwind and not a headwind. That way we can get done a little bit faster. So during normal times, BC, before COVID, this would normally be a meal flight. Like I've told you before in previous vlogs, that Montreal is pretty much the only meal flight directly out of Atlanta that we do have. Some occasions we do get Sioux Falls, South Dakota, directly out of Atlanta when Mainline is not doing it, and that is a meal flight. But that's for a short period of time throughout the year. But I slept really well last night. The bed was really, really comfortable. I did fall asleep because I was like falling asleep, sitting in the chair watching Netflix, and I was just like, you know what, whatever, I'm just go to bed. And I ended up falling asleep about 5 o'clock, and I woke up around 11, but I was able to go back to sleep and sleep through the night until my alarm went off this morning. So I feel very, very, very refreshed and ready to get my day started. Hopefully I don't have an issue going through TSA. Like always here, for whatever reason, it seemed like they had a metal detector say hi, because normal things that I've been through TSA many of times with don't set it off. And every time I come here, I feel like I have to get naked in order to just go through TSA, because they don't have no crew, so we have to go through TSA. So it is what it is, but I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to Fayetteville, North Carolina today. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm done for the day. 2 legs. We actually did Montreal in 2 hours and 23 minutes. That was flight time, so we had a tailwind. That was very uneventful, 13 passengers. That was all that happened on that flight. But I did forget to tell you all something, like if you're with my company or any company and you go international, just make sure your cell phone company has a plan for international. Like my company, my cell phone company automatically has international plan when I originally, well, not when I originally, because I've been with my cell phone company since 2009. I think after like 2015, 16, they added it to everybody plan, no matter what the plan is. So it's automatically included, because I found that out once I was finna go to Paris and I called to add an international plan. They was like, oh, you already got it. So just make sure your cell service has that. If not, turn off your cell service, because it'll rack up charges. So you don't want that when you get your cell phone bill, it's like $400 and you didn't even use your phone. So you have to turn off your cell phone service, your cellular network service, once you get international if you don't have a plan. Now, our company does allow us to use the company phone to call, like if you have family members that you need to call or call a hotel, we can use that for that. With that. But other than that, today was very uneventful, just the 2 legs, and nothing really happened. You know, pretty much everybody was asleep on the Montreal flight, and the flight here to Fayetteville was smooth, you know, as always. But, oh, and even though tomorrow's my last day, we start doing full service now this week. On the 14th is when we start the full service. So this will be, when I start my next trip, will be the first time I've actually done a full service in over a year. And I'm gonna see how that goes. But I'll see you guys a little bit later on. I'm gonna go work out since I wasn't able to work out yesterday. I'm gonna go work out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Good morning, everybody. It is go home day for me, and today is probably gonna be a pretty long day. It's going on 5 o'clock right now. I have 5 legs today. I go from Fayetteville to Atlanta, Atlanta to Gainesville, Gainesville back to Atlanta, Atlanta to Chattanooga, Chattanooga back to Atlanta. And I think I might have a sit somewhere in between there. Not for sure, I can't remember right now. But a lot of people have been delayed because it was some weather yesterday. So my flying partner got changed. So when I get to Atlanta, I'm supposed to have a new flying partner for the remainder of legs. Hopefully, I'm praying, hopefully, that they, I don't know, somehow take these other legs off of me, put me on something a lot shorter, and I get home a lot earlier, which, I mean, I still get home at a decent time. I get off about 4 o'clock today, so, but we'll see how that goes. I'll see you guys a little bit later on.
Oh man, let me get you. Hello everybody. So it is quitting time. So know how I actually prayed to basically take away my Chattanooga turn? That actually happened. Ended up getting delayed in Gainesville for, I got there at 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, almost 4 hours. So I took a nap basically to go to sleep. It is hot. I took a nap basically and went to sleep. But we were delayed so much to where by the time we got back to Atlanta, I might as well would have done that Chattanooga turn, and because we got back at the same exact time. So, but it is what it is. It's one of those things that happens. I asked for it and I guess I got it, but I still end up getting paid for the turn, but I still think it evens out to the same amount, even though I didn't work the turn. So I have to look at our little pay thing later on once it updates. But that's the end of the 5-day. Thank you all for watching. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. I'm going to go get a haircut this week. Well, one of the 2 days that I'm off, because I need one. I was just too lazy to go get one. But until next time, as always, hug on the ones that you love. Tell the ones that you love them. I'm out.